Welcome everybody back to another BOLDcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is One Piece episode
5.
We just talked about a bunch of different things, about what to expect from the channel, about how we approach things, about how we perceive this spoiler situation that's going on in the live action for something that is revealed a lot later. Yeah, so anyway, check out that video and check out our Patreon to get ahead on One Piece reactions, and check out our other channel to get a bunch of other reactions that we've already done. Please leave a like and subscribe, and leave a comment. See how it goes, you know? Let's check out the episode. Watch us be totally wrong and we just rambled about nothing. Like, watch that not even be the spoiler and we just rambled about actually nothing for like a half hour straight.
The spoiler was just Zoro's backstory.
Yeah. Okay, let's check it out.
Let's call that guy Grandpa.
I love Kobe's just like,
Hoist the iron. Batten down the hatchet. Raise the mizzen.
What's the meaning of this?
Grandpa, it's my first ship.
Do you expect to be a Marine when you're wasting your time
No.
on this nonsense?
I don't want to be a Marine. I'm a pirate.
He abandoned him because he wanted to be a pirate?
oh.
No! Grandpa, don't!
It's just so weird seeing him in just like that like button-up
Hawaiian shirt? Yeah.
and capris.
Your training begins today.
That's why he was looking after Kobe so much.
Oh.
Hunch.
I bet Luffy ran away.
Yeah, that's why he's looking after him, because he got a straw hat. Pretty bold to be shooting cannons at your grandson who you're trying to find.
Well, I think he also has like a grandfather-grandson relationship with Kobe too. Like he's like using him to fill that void, kinda.
He's like the grandson that he wished he had,
Yeah.
instead of this disgrace of a pirate.
One for the Marines? No, never. Nami, trim the sail face.
What?
Their ship.
Zoro, sheet in and hard to port.
Shit.
You know what a loaded cannon, right?
Yeah, of course, I loaded thousands of them. This must be a different model than I'm used to.
Oh my god.
Lie, bullshitter.
Light the fuse, then get the hell out of the way.
Oh my.
Oh, you guys, just run away before they destroy your boat.
You guys aren't ready for a fight.
Here's their house, sir. Permission to fire.
No kill shots. I want these pirates taken alive. Give me that.
Pirate vessel, by order of the Marines, lower your sails and submit to my authority.
You're proud.
Is he just gonna throw that?
Oh, does he have a power? Oh
gonna
my
catch it.
god. Oh my god. Well, now they can't catch up with him.
He just saved that guy's life.
Now they're not gonna catch
Oh,
up for sure.
I bet he did. I bet he didn't know about that. Maybe.
About the devil fruit power?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
grandpa.
of course not. Well, not of course. I think.
Not bad, boy. Not bad.
Kobe's just like, what is happening?
Amazing!
That was sick. There's no way they're catching up with a broken
Yeah.
sail.
I like how she looks like she was gonna cry.
Yeah.
Disappear.
Just terrifying.
Jesus. And he's like, is he proud of him?
Look at that.
Look at that thing. Damn. I don't even know what to think about that. That's crazy.
Can't see anything in this suit. What we need
Yeah,
is
something
a place
gonna
to
come
lay
flying
low
out of the
without
fog.
any reinforcements.
He hasn't said anything since we hightailed it.
Well, somebody needs to talk to him.
We gotta talk about that whole thing afterward, like a lot.
What other things?
Oh, gee, I wonder. The vice admiral of the Marines is my grandfather?
Yeah, I don't really know the guy that well. Doesn't seem like a big deal.
You're his first mate, and it seems like that falls under your job description.
Fine. About the battle, you want to talk about it?
Nope.
Okay, good talk. Seems fine to me.
Did you even ask him?
Hey, but I smell food.
Guys, I know we seem real, but this is an anime, which means I can smell things really good.
You missed an iconic line. There's someone somewhere cooking.
5 degrees starboard! No, 3 degrees back to port!
Add food to the equation and suddenly he knows how to navigate.
What is that?
Yeah, he's like giving actual
Is
calls.
that land?
Can't be. There aren't any islands.
It's gonna be like
anywhere
chef
near you.
pirates or something.
What's Baratie?
We can see that?
All these boats are like pulled up. This
It's
looks
like a truck
floating
stop.
restaurant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have the coolest boat there. I love that.
This is sick. How could Usopp see? He's got crazy eyes. If you could see through the like, you could not
I
see.
couldn't see that.
Is that again? Is that a script thing, or you know, are they saying he has crazy good eyes?
Should make like a One Piece theme park, and it's like this.
That would be so sick. I wouldn't be surprised.
Nah.
They probably already have one in Japan. Whoa, Fishman. This place is so cool.
But in that case,
I like how they put on different outfits constantly.
3 weeks.
Yeah, right?
You'll have to excuse them. They're idiots.
Of course. Right this way, man.
Works every time. He's taking credit for it. Is he gonna see somebody he knows? Oh, everybody knows
He's
him
a
though.
pirate
He's a pirate
killer.
hunter.
Yeah. Maybe you need to like change up your look a little bit. Or something.
I'd be happy to check your swords.
Nope.
I got this.
Very good.
Really?
Your menus.
Or is it just showing that he's like really uncomfortable here?
Wonder what kind of food they have here.
Really good looking. Oh, they're doing the anime food thing. Where they
looks
show them
so
preparing
good.
food.
Luffy's gonna come find this guy and be like, "You need to join our crew."
Cool. I just see this on tonight's menu.
It's called imagination, Patty. I wouldn't expect you to understand.
Whoa, accent.
Are you asking me to dance? Because I've kind of had my eye on that blonde at table 8.
Whoa, I was not expecting this accent.
Order up.
Finally, a peg leg on a dude in this
No one
pirate
has an
show.
eye patch.
Well, I call it crap.
They're stifling his creativity. You know who would never stifle his creativity? Luffy.
That's what we serve. Insult to the meat. No, you don't like cooking our menu, fine. Because I'll be more than delighted to give you some other work elsewhere. In fact, you are off the line. Now get out there and wait tables. Move! So I can smell the beef.
Maybe you ought to try a table outside, because right now, the only thing I smell is you.
Now, gentlemen.
Jesus.
You know the rules here. We don't waste food, and there is no fighting a Baratie.
After he apologizes for his bad manners.
Over my dead body.
Oh my god!
Good fighter.
The hand in the pocket.
No food for long, folks. Enjoy your meals. Hi. Welcome to our shitty restaurant, where the only thing worse than the ambiance is the food.
This is just
My
Gordon
name is
Ramsay
Sanji.
as an anime character.
Apologies, man, if I didn't see you there. Would you care for an aperitif to start? We have several rare mature vintages in stock, or perhaps you'd like a glass of umeshu. You know, something sweet for someone sweet.
Something wrong with your eye?
Just blinded by your beauty.
Waiter, can I get a beer?
Is something wrong with his eye?
He's winking at her.
And the milk.
And, no matter.
Water.
Still sparkling mineral with ice or without, cubes or crushed.
Regular water in a regular glass. Thanks.
Right away.
Nothing. Madam. With my rude behavior, madam, would men prefer her water in a crystal glass, or would a golden bowl be more madam style?
Nami's got a boyfriend.
Luffy just looked like he has no idea what's going on. He's like,
You guys are the worst.
No, he's just really happy. He's got a crew.
Oh. I don't know what this guy's deal is.
Damage report.
What if he's from the village? That would be crazy.
So the 77th Marine branch is running training exercises nearby. They could be here in a few hours.
No. We don't need their help.
If we delay, we might lose track of Luffy entirely.
No SOS calls. We'll handle this problem on our own.
Is it because it's personal, or is it because he doesn't want to get the rest of the Marines involved?
I think he doesn't want anyone to be there to like say different orders than him and get him killed.
What?
Did I catch you in the middle of something?
Mihawk. Whoa, what? Bounty cancel? He's protecting this guy?
Just killing some time.
This is... Whoa!
What can I do for you, Vice Admiral?
Holy shit!
Who's the quarry?
Oh my god.
It's got like a claim. This is fucking sick. Look at that ship.
Doesn't sound like much of a challenge.
His sword is freaking so cool.
It's a wild card.
We saw him in the, I think it was him in the crowd. That guy with the crazy eyes.
Oh. I thought that was gonna be his ship.
I thought that was his ship too. Maybe it is. And he's worried, but he just doesn't give a fuck. Who the hell is this?
That was the guy who owns that ship.
Don Krieg?
You killed my man.
Yeah, and I'll kill you too.
Why are you after me?
You woke me from my nap.
I didn't allow me to make you permanent.
Whoa! He's so fucking cool.
Does he look like he's a vampire hunter? Like he's got like a cross
Yeah.
and like the long coat and like the hat with a little...
And Mihawk. Bring him alive. By any means necessary.
Shit. They're gonna get so fucked up by this guy, but he can't kill Luffy.
Yeah.
That's gonna make things really interesting.
Do they have money for this? Did she give them a lot of money?
Come on, grab your glasses.
Probably not.
This place seems expensive as hell.
No, I'm sorry. What victory exactly?
Against the Marines. Our very first battle, we crushed them.
I don't know how many naval battles you guys have been a part of.
2 dozen at least.
But that was a disaster. We were unprepared, uncoordinated.
I mean, you still won.
There's 4 of us on a giant ship, and
You didn't think to mention that your grandfather was a
Oh,
Marine, and not
that
just
too.
any Marine, a Vice Admiral. I mean, I don't know about you two, but I didn't sign up for that.
I don't think he knew.
A Marine base.
He knew.
Of course, they don't make you a target.
Did he?
I stole the map. No one would have known I was there. As opposed to wrecking a base commander's office.
You will, sir.
Recruit this guy, come on.
Thank you, my good man.
No, sir. Thank you.
Did he just write his dad's signature or his granddad's signature to pay for it?
No, he wrote his name, but I bet the guy filled in like a huge tip or something. But I don't know how this works in
Monkey D. Luffy. You eat. You pay.
I think you're confused. The meal has already been paid for. I just haven't given you the money yet.
Yeah, how's that?
To my treasure tab.
And what, pray tell, is that?
You're talking with the future king of the pirates. As soon as I find the One Piece, I'm gonna come back here, pay this bill in full, and with interest.
Sounds good to me.
I've got a better idea.
I throw you into the ocean.
I don't know what you guys thought was gonna happen. How much is the debt?
All of these?
For starters, you gotta remember something. The meal you had with your friends, that's 1 year's worth of dishes. I'd get a move on if I was you. Put the jacket back on, little eggplant. You're not done with your shift yet.
Eggplant?
On the line or I walk. You can walk right back into the ocean for all I care. You cook another meal like that in my kitchen, you're done right where the last one did.
Oh my god.
He's gonna
Oh, he's gonna
it.
love his food.
Well, that's
Yeah.
fine by me, because you sure as hell were never gonna be a cook in my restaurant. Have you got it?
This is so cool.
This is really cool.
Like, this is so awesome. Look at that. What the hell is this drink? Is that a pan flute as a straw?
I don't even think
Maybe just has three. I think it
Multiple
was like one of
straws.
those things to share.
Said that I woke up face down under a table. That glass have gold on the bottom or what? You haven't stopped staring at it.
You seriously don't think what Luffy did is messed up?
Yeah. You should have told us. In case you didn't notice, we've been making enemies everywhere we go. Little clowns, killer butlers. What's a vice admiral been doing?
No, you don't get it. I can't get caught, not when I'm so close.
Don't you think that you should tell your big secret? You know, that could get everyone in trouble.
That's why she's so burned by it, because she's feeling guilty too. I wonder what if she works for Mihawk?
Yeah, if I wanted to secure passage to the Nami Islands, who would I talk to?
She's gonna fucking run? Who are you?
Normal-looking guy.
6,000.
Doesn't look like an anime character.
Need room for your friends too?
No, just me.
Women, am I right?
22. Be ready to sail at dawn.
What do you think about this?
I know I'm going to regret this, but what's wrong?
Nothing. What you said back at Syrup Village. God. I think you might be right about it.
What is it, my birthday? Of course I'm right.
You ever hear of anyone called Mihawk?
Best swordsman in the world? Better with a blade than anyone in living history.
Well, I know what how this is gonna be. 7 warlords?
Years ago, 7 incredibly powerful pirates. Each one worse than the next. They ruled the seas, terrorizing everyone.
Shanks, Mihawk, Gold Roger.
The world government could have gone after them, but that would have meant an all-out war. I realized it'd be more useful to keep them close, as allies. So they struck a deal to work together.
Why would the Marines need to work with pirates?
To do the things they didn't want tied back to them. In exchange, the warlords were given free reign.
To do pirate stuff.
Corruption.
The government is doing this?
But you don't know shit about how the world works.
This is true.
Suzaku over here. Naive.
Hey, Joe boy. How's that dish pile coming along?
He's actually doing it.
Your man's a real piece of work. Bet you regret giving him the IOU.
I don't really do regret. No point in looking back.
Lucky you. Sometimes when I try to look ahead, all I see is back.
So how long you been a waiter?
I'm not a waiter, I'm a cook. That's what it means, blue.
But that meal you cooked was incredible.
The true bluefin saute?
Yeah.
You tried it?
Yeah, of course I did. I couldn't help myself. Why are you Seth making you wait tables?
Because he's jealous. I should be running this place, but the old man's so stubborn it'll never happen.
So that's your dream.
I can work with this.
There's this place where you can find ingredients from all 4 seas. East blue, west blue, north and south. They call it the old blue. Nobody knows where it is, but there's fish there that have never been seen. You know, rare seaweed, spices that have never been tasted. The cook's paradise, and
It's like the One Piece, but of cooking.
that's my dream.
If you want to cook, you should cook. Don't let some stubborn old man.
Very relatable for him.
Stand up to him. Tell him what you want.
It's more complicated than that.
Maybe he's indebted as
I don't
well.
really do complicated either.
What the hell?
Help me.
It's on his back.
I'm so hungry. You gotta go and have some nice corned beef fried rice salad. The Baratie everyone eats.
And who's gonna pay for that? It's a business. We can't be giving handouts to every down on his luck pirate that watches us.
Man is hungry, I feed him.
Is that picture?
I like this guy.
Yeah.
I was drifting out there for a week. You saved my life tonight.
Not only a good cook, you're a good guy.
You definitely
If
should
chefs
join my crew.
appreciate You, you should join my crew. I'm serious. For real. But you're not happy here. And we're gonna need a great cook if we're gonna find the One Piece.
The One Piece.
Yeah.
We were searching for it too.
You're gonna convince this guy not to join.
Pirate Armada.
Oh, he's part of the guy.
Oh.
Bent on finding Gold Roger's treasure, but the Grand Line was his undoing. We lost 50 ships and 5,000 men.
Holy shit!
I was the only survivor.
This guy named Mihawk.
Forget you ever heard of the One Piece.
No.
He does have a certain grace about him. Like a... You have no idea.
I bet I do. I bet I know more about you than you do about me.
Yeah, right.
Oh boy.
Care to prove
Don't
it?
play this game, man. You're not gonna like what you hear.
I get something about you. You drink. You get something about me. I drink.
This is Tyrion Lannister over here.
Go ahead.
I bet you grew up in a big city. Running schemes, hanging me out in swanky bars like this one.
I bet she was rich.
You must be thirsty.
You're saying I'm wrong.
I grew up in a small village, barely a village, just a handful of houses in the center of a tangerine grove. Drink.
She's lying. Isn't she?
She could be telling the truth. I kind of think she is.
I'll bet you didn't have any friends as a kid.
I had friends.
Swords don't count.
I had one friend.
Hell, one more than I had. Drink.
Drink.
No.
What are you gonna say to him? Oh my god. He's on the carnivore diet.
Is it true you're sending Dracul Mihawk after Luffy?
Dracul? Vampire hunter. Dracula's his first name.
I signed an oath to protect people, to treat everyone equally under the law. And if that's not the case, maybe I'm not meant to be immortal.
Have a seat, son.
Gives him some alcohol.
Is he just gonna kill him? Or try to kill him? I mean, he's like eating meat by the pound. He's kind of like on the warpath, it seems like.
50 years ago, a green recruit like yourself. I came in with simple ideals, but I had to adapt. Because the world is not a simple place. The same set of laws do not apply to everyone.
That's not fair.
No, it's not. You have to decide if you can live with that. I could have been Fleet Admiral by now, but I always turned down the promotion. Do you know why? Because I'd have to do things their way. I'd lose my freedom. Do you understand? The world is not fair. But the Marines, they're all that are standing between order and anarchy. Let me ask you, can you live with that? I think so.
Oh boy, he's gonna be corrupted.
A uniform. Starting to fit you after all.
Oh boy. He's slowly coming over to their side.
I wasn't
I
scared.
like how they're just running up the tab even more.
Best shot in the East Blue. Down goes the yard. Marie's dead in the water. All thanks to the great Captain Usopp.
Sir.
Oh
You're the
no.
captain.
Oh god.
I did distract him so that Luffy is like the official captain. Bounce out.
He's just always saying way too much.
Very much like to meet this Luffy.
Sure.
Meet the whole crew. Guys, you're my new best friend.
Holy
Which one
shit.
of you is Monkey D. Luffy?
Who wants to know?
Does he know who he is?
He knows who he is.
He must.
I have business with your captain. If you know what's good for you, you'll hand him over.
I don't know anyone named Luffy. Right, Zoro? Zoro?
Oh.
He wants to challenge him.
Because he's the best
Following
swordsman.
your career since I was a child. It's an honor to finally meet you, sir.
Thank you.
So I hear this all the time.
Inform you that tomorrow
You're gonna die.
you're going to die.
Wait, what?
I, Roro Zoro, challenge you to a duel to the death.
Oh shit.
Not interested.
My lifelong dream was to best you in single combat and become the greatest swordsman in the world.
You're serious?
Accept my challenge. You'll see how serious I am.
I'm working right now.
Very well.
Really?
He probably doesn't think it's going to be a problem.
Tomorrow at dawn. And when I'm done with you, pirate hunter,
I'll take you captain.
How's he going to beat this guy?
I have no fucking idea.
I mean, that guy only has one sword, so it's probably fine.
He was on the ropes against two furries. I don't know what he's
I
gonna do
know.
against this pirate vampire fucking lord.
Power scaling of those cats were
Yeah.
You're lousy at it, but at least you do as you're told in this kitchen.
If you think Sanji's gonna give up on his dream because of you, then
Oh shit.
Excuse me?
you hurt me.
You gonna fight this guy?
Lying, but you can't stop him from cooking.
Really?
Yeah. Really.
Let him cook.
Starving pirate washed up earlier, and you know what Sanji?
He always just gets people in trouble.
Like your kitchen, because your rules matter less to him than making sure a hungry man got fed.
He did that, didn't he? Oh, good kid.
Luffy, we got a problem.
Maybe you can convince him to call it off.
I won't do that.
Did you?
No, this is
did
a
you decide
dream,
that
you
guy's
guys.
word? What's going on? I'll tell you what's going on. Your big bad marine grandpa sent a warlord of the sea to bring you in, and instead of getting Hal out of here when he has a chance, Zoro challenged him to a duel.
I love how she says it. Sent a warlord of the sea.
You're not going to win.
You don't know that.
Guys, maybe we.
I bet he can win.
Maybe this isn't such a great idea, Zoro.
When you met me tied up on that cross, what did I say?
What makes you think I want to play pirates with you?
No, the other thing.
I kill your kind for a And you made a promise to someone a long time ago to be the world's greatest swordsman.
The only way to do that is to beat Mihawk. I intend to do just.
I'm sorry, that took me so off guard. That was so perfectly good done.
Please do something.
It's his dream, Nami. I can't get in the way of somebody's dream.
You want me to say you're the best? You're the best, okay? You're the best I've ever seen, but you are not better than him.
If you fight him tomorrow, you're going to lose.
Why do you even give a shit?
Because you're my friend, you idiot.
Knock him
Smile.
out.
So few happy friends.
And what's she gonna do at dawn when she's supposed to be taken off, but then he's going into a battle?
Oh my god, I'm so hyped for this fucking sword fight. That entrance for Mihawk was the coolest shit I've ever seen.
She's taken the map.
She's taken the map? What? Oh yeah, because it's part of her old deal.
She's getting it for
So
someone.
she's not working for Mihawk though.
No.
And oh, I thought the episode was gonna end.
I don't think he needs people to work for him. He's fairly competent.
I was just throwing something out there. I wonder who she is working for then. She worked for Arlong? Oh shit. This is where we're fighting?
This seems like a horrible place for a fight.
Monkey D. Luffy. I'm surprised the
He just
Marines
looks
would
like a
require my
farmer.
services for such a small package. Oh, I do like your hat.
Enough. Let's begin. What the hell is that? I'm here for a sword.
I don't hunt rabbits with a cannon.
He's gonna make him pull out his. They both have a main sword that they're gonna have to
Yeah.
pull out.
Maybe you guys should back up.
Just watch.
God, you want to run, huh?
Hardly. Fighting isn't all about strength.
Stop talking, fight.
You're like a little frog croaking in a well.
one of us would become the world's greatest swordsman to ever live.
Why don't you retreat?
I can't. Or my dream will be lost forever.
You're brave. I'll give you that. So I'll do you the honor of killing you with Yoru.
That's what I like it.
Is he gonna know the sword? No. Is he about to fucking die?
Why do you persist?
Wounds on the back are a swordsman's greatest shame.
Magnificent.
Is he gonna spare him?
Oh my god!
Zoro!
No fucking way.
Monkey D. Luffy. What's your goal?
I'm going to become the king of the pirates.
King of the pirates, eh? It's a much more treacherous path than even defeating me.
I don't care.
Maybe you will at that. This world could use a few more wild cards. Row no Zoro. It's too soon for you to die. Grow strong and come find me. I'll be waiting.
Okay, Itachi. Shit.
He's losing so much blood.
He's gonna be okay.
Is Sanji gonna come and
Can you
fucking
hear me?
Help him.
It's too soon for you to die.
Stitch him up or something.
make him some crazy magic food?
If I fail to become the world's greatest swordsman, you'll be disappointed, right?
Never fail me.
Never. Again. From now until I beat him. To become the greatest swordsman. I'll never lose again!
I thought he was gonna hurt himself for a second.
Me too.
Zoro!
This roller coaster of is he dying or not? I don't.
He's fine.
That episode was insane. That was crazy.
We'll talk about this first, and then I can talk about Luffy and his whole dishwashing adventure.
I mean, what is there to say? It was fucking awesome. It was a crazy fight, and it was So the fights up to this point have been good, but like.
I think a lot of the fights.
This one was actually good and actually felt like an anime fight that they made real life.
I think the thing with the previous, at least the previous pirate encounters, because Zoro's first fight was more similar to this.
Yeah.
But after that, it seemed like, you know, with Buggy and with whatever
Kuro.
a butler guy. Their fights were very like horror movie type of like the very like creepy lighting and really scary, and it was about like the powers, and then this was about like swords.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was just kind of a different aesthetic, and it was really good.
I loved this fight. Mihawk is really cool. The only thing I don't like about this design is just that this is shaved. That his mustache is on his face and it's not like longer hairs that are like pointed. I feel like that would have looked, but maybe that it's just a choice.
It's a style.
It's not a big deal. It's just that that's the one thing that I'm just like, it feels like the kind of thing that when it was drawn, it probably meant to be like grown out, and then how people like twirl their mustache at the ends, kind of like that. But it doesn't matter. His sword is so fucking cool. That entrance was so goddamn cool. I can't even... Was that even this episode? Yeah, it was. Yeah. And what was this guy's name?
No idea.
Damn it.
It doesn't really matter. He died.
No, but I want to know. Yeah, Don Krieg. He's like a cannon on his shoulders. He's like the Doom guy, but as a pirate. And that whole sequence was fucking crazy. I thought that one guy who came in hungry was going to be like from the crew, but it seems like it was just a random guy, and it was a separate story.
A separate thing, yeah. That was pretty crazy.
This episode was like, it's crazy because like, I don't even know how I say quite what I want to say right now. Like, I'm starting to get it. I'm starting to get the One Piece thing. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. And I'm really glad that it's coming, that I'm getting that from this show. But I think that after seeing this and getting actually more interested in the characters, I can see how this is all like in the main story. And it's not just that it's an accessible live action show. This is like the story's really coming through, and the characters are really coming through, and the actors are portraying it really well. But I could see myself, like, when we get to this part in the anime, actually still liking it, and I want to see more. I want to see eventually, like, when they meet all these people again, or when we learn all this other crazy shit. Mm-hmm. There's so much being set up, and again, it does the thing that it's done with every encounter of like,
they just leave.
It's open-ended at the end.
I also like how he was supposed to capture Luffy, and then he just straight up didn't.
Well, because like he said, he plays by his own rules.
Yeah.
You know, he's not just, he's a pirate. He's not a bounty hunter, right?
Yeah.
So he wanted there to be, in like kind of a Orochimaru way, just like, oh, I want there to be more excitement in the world, or in more of a Hisoka way. Mm-hmm. Very Hisoka. Come back to me when you're stronger. You're not ripe yet. I want to have a real challenge. Mm-hmm. And I
thought he was gonna like somehow hurt himself with that sword at the end. That freaked me out.
The way he was covering his eye, was he gonna stab his eye out, or was he going to like?
I think it just looked like that.
It looked like maybe he was gonna stab himself in the shoulder, or like for a second I thought that he was gonna match the slice on his chest the other way, and like with the sword somehow. Like I don't know how he was gonna do that, but
I guess he's just gonna have one sword now.
I'm sure they'll get more.
Unless he replaces those other ones.
I'm sure.
But maybe he'll just be like, maybe I should just use this one.
I mean, he's got this whole thing where he puts the sword in his mouth. I don't think they'll get rid of that. I just loved the power scale, like the anime transformation aspect of this.
How like they pull out the next.
He pulls out this one tiny little dagger, and I imagine in the anime that's like a big gag where they're just like, "What the fuck's the matter with you?" Like, huh? He's got this little tiny, butter knife. And he's gonna beat him with that, but then how he actually pulls it out of respect, and then Zoro pulls out his out of respect, but also because he kind of needs to. But the whole fight was good, and he's probably not going to win, but I don't know, maybe he'll pull something out. But it seemed more of like a setup for later things. But it was still like I was engaged, I was actually immersed, I was actually interested. This whole ending scene with the acting was really good, and I like how they're actually friends, and like this episode really felt like they solidified their relationship, you know what I mean? Like as a crew, and they were all talking to each other like they were friends. There was a lot of like the banter when they first get into the restaurant, and they're hanging out and talking like that. It seems like there's maybe a little bit of a time skip where they like hung out a little bit more, and or more time in between, and they just it feels like it's gelling a lot more, and then they split up, and Luffy's all washing dishes and everything, and he's learning about this guy Sanji, who's awesome. The older guy, is his name Seth or Chef, or just call him Chef? I'm not sure. I wasn't reading the subtitles when they said when Luffy referred to him or whatever when they were talking, but he seems to be just kind of trying to teach him, but it doesn't seem like the old guy is trying to actually, like, he was happy when he was like, oh, he really fed that guy? That's good. So their relationship is a little bit more complicated than just like you know, his boss who's like trying to hold him down or has something over him. He seems more of like a fatherly type figure.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's like he wants him to maybe take over this restaurant.
Yeah.
But he wants him to do it like his way because he thinks that his way is the best way.
Again, paralleling
Yeah.
Luffy and his like you mentioned in
Yeah.
the episode. Yeah.
I like that, and I liked with Kobe where what was his name again? This guy. Garp. I don't know what I was thinking of. I like how he like calls him and he talks to him, and also his whole thing when he was getting all hyped up after they were shoot like when Luffy like deflected the cannonball.
Yeah.
And then he was like so hyped up, and then calls this pirate to go after him.
Yeah.
Because they can't get there fast enough, and then he's calling in Kobe and being like, "Hey, yeah, you know, the you know, some people have to get treated different than other people. It's, you know, are you gonna be okay with that, or are you not gonna be okay with that? Because you should be okay with it. You should keep working for me." Mm-hmm.
I couldn't quite. It really deepens Garp's character because like I don't know whether because he says like he says he's turned down admiral
Mm-hmm.
and like a promotion because then he'd have to follow the rules.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't want to follow the rules. He wants to have his freedom, and that's obviously something that he passed down to Luffy. Is this desire for freedom? But I don't know what he wants to do with that freedom, because like we still don't know why he hates pirates so much.
Yes,
and
he's behaving an awful lot like a pirate for someone who like his whole thing is like he's literally a pirate, but he has like a police hat on basically.
Yeah, but it's also not. Maybe that's like part of the theme and the commentary that this is trying to do about like governments just being bigger gangs, you know, that whole thing. And that's what Oda's trying to communicate with this character parallel, and I'm not sure. And I don't know if he is feeling this way, if he mirrors exactly how Luffy feels about freedom, or if he's sort of more egotistical, more about control, like the old guard, the old guy who's like, you know, stuck in his ways is like a theme that's kind of building. Do you need to go to the bathroom or something? You're like,
what? No, I'm just jumping around.
You're just like,
I'm just moving around. I've been sitting for like
but you just
5
look
or
like
6
this. You're
hours
just like,
straight. I'm just listening to you.
Anyway, sorry. I want to make sure that you were comfortable and listening.
Yeah, I am.
Like I was trying to say was, I don't know what his real personal, like, I don't know what he thinks versus how he's acting, if there's any cognitive dissonance, whether he thinks that he's doing the right thing or like keeping the peace in his way, type thing. Like, I go outside the law to keep the peace or whatever type thing. It seems like that's what he's doing, but like whether he actually thinks that he's keeping the peace or whether he is saying that he's acting this way to keep the peace, but he is really just a pirate, just like you said, a pirate. I can't tell. And what he believes versus how he's portraying himself, whether those are in line or whether he's saying one thing and believing another, or whether he's saying one thing, believing another, but deep down is actually another thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like how deep does this character, how deep did this rationalization go that he's saying to Kobe of, you know, the world isn't fair, because it's like, yeah, you're right, and you know, sometimes you need to do things that you don't want to do and things that go outside, but it's also like Kobe is just trying to do the right thing and protect people, and all of this other shit is complicating that. He didn't want to bring in Luffy because Luffy wasn't trying to hurt anybody.
Yeah.
He hasn't done anything wrong other than that first thing with the safe. He's like running up a bounty sort of, but you know, he hasn't I don't think he's really.
He's not necessarily malicious.
But so you're gonna go
after.
Yeah, so Garp is like going after Luffy so hard that he's willing to employ a terrible, you know, amnestied criminal, basically, who's been given the green light to do whatever he wants because he's so powerful that they can use him. He's willing to do that to go after his grandson and take him alive for his own personal reason.
Yes.
And so it makes it seem like he is corrupt, but he doesn't think he's corrupt. And maybe he's been in this business so long that he doesn't.
Just the way that he is.
that he doesn't see what he's doing as fucked up.
And I mean, I imagine that everyone else is like doing similar stuff.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if he is or not. I doubt he's like the exception to the Marines, because we saw that other Marine dude, Captain Morgan,
yeah.
who was just useless
and
like
lying
so
well.
full of himself. And it's like, okay, well, Garp isn't like that. Like he's not just, you know, claiming all the glory and not really doing anything. He is taking action, but maybe he like chooses what to take action on based on his own personal things, like in the past with Gold Roger. Seemingly
He probably had a vendetta,
yeah, seemingly there was like more to that relationship and more going on there as to like what led him to do that.
Yeah. Very layered character.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm beginning to think that this is, well, you know, you never know, because we're still, I wonder how they like reordered these events. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
know. With
know.
this reveal, I don't know how they squared it, because this is like 300 chapters ahead of where we're supposed to be in the story. So are they, in a way, saying that, like, maybe Mihawk, I don't know.
Maybe like everything happened the exact same, except Luffy didn't see him and didn't know that it was his grandpa.
Sending it, but Garp did, but we didn't know that Garp.
We didn't know anything about Garp. Garp just did all the exact same things. We didn't know about the connection between the two. We were just wondering why he was so obsessed with getting Luffy back.
Or it was more simple than that, and like it was just he was this big bad antagonist Marine guy who was like trying to get Luffy in the beginning, and there wasn't maybe a deeper thing, like we were talking about, like the whole retroactive backstory. And then we finally get there, and along the way, between, you know, chapter 1 and chapter 300 and whatever, Oda realized, oh, maybe there's a personal reason that he's going after Luffy this hard. When, you know, for the first 50 or so chapters, it was just because I'm gonna get these fucking pirates. This little asshole came in here and thinks he can, you know, run roughshod over the whole thing. But then as you go along, you develop the backstory. It's like, well, what if there's a deeper motivation here? And then by the time you get there, you've had enough time to, like, see this whole backstory.
I can see if that's the case, and if he comes across as very just like
one-dimensional.
I can see why they would want to reorder it like this, because it makes him so much more of an interesting character.
Again, just speculation.
Someone like Captain Morgan, who is just like, you see him and you're just like, I'm not taking this guy seriously. He's annoying. Get him off my screen.
Yeah, I'm not sure. This is the kind of thing. Again, we're talking about this just because we're interested to see, we're thinking about it like, what's it gonna be like when we experience this the other way, and like, you know, how it's just really interesting from a writing perspective,
and
how
just knowing what we know. Like, if we hadn't been told, oh, there's like this crazy spoiler, we would have never known or like speculated about it at all. Because it seems very natural the way that it is. That's
exactly it. I like the way it is, and I think it's very natural. So it's gonna be really interesting to see the chain of these events and how this all ties together, and how it, you know, as written in the original, how this was handled. You know, that's really interesting to me. And you know, for anyone, people might be like, oh, I wish nobody told them there was a spoiler, because now they're thinking about it this way. We would have known when we go to watch the anime
that
anyway,
didn't happen.
You know what I mean? Or that we would have noticed, like, saying nobody said, oh, there's no spoilers. Then, like, we get, you know, a few chapters, or we get a dozen episodes in, then we're just like, why is
this character is completely different?
Or like, yeah, like why are they doing, like, Garp doesn't seem involved at all, or you know what I mean? Like, there wouldn't be that connection anyway, so we would have thought of this anyway. And then once we get to the reveal of their relationship, we would have known anyway. So, you know, it doesn't. I hope nobody's like pissed off, like, oh my god, I wish they weren't spoiled on the spoiler. But we weren't spoiled on the spoiler. We just knew that there was something that was like out of place. So we just know it's out of place. That's the only difference. And I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Yeah.
But this episode was so good.
I really like Nami as well. She she's just really cool. I really like her.
She's like, I think the actress for Nami is just
She's
so
you know,
good.
I was trying to. every episode I look at her and I'm like, who is she reminding me of? Because just like the way that she is acting reminds me so much of something else.
Do you know?
She really reminds me actually of Jennifer Lawrence, like not in the way that she looks, but in the way
Amaranth.
Oh, I don't know what she looks like. Not in the way that she looks, but in like the way that she is like speaking, the way that she like moves her face and the way that she speaks. Really, like, just think about that next time you like look at her.
To me, she reminded me of Emily Blunt more.
A little bit of that.
More Emily Blunt for me is what I've been getting. I just haven't said it, but yeah, that's kind of what I thought. I think that out of all the actors, she's definitely the strongest out of the main cast, but all of them are good.
Mm-hmm.
I think Luffy's actor was able to show a lot. He had motivation to show off a lot more acting skill this time rather than just being kind of a psycho.
Yeah.
Same with Zoro. Same with Zoro's actor. It's like it's hard to play like a stoic badass who isn't just isn't putting up a shell to like pretend that he's a stoic badass and that he feels nothing, but on the inside he's actually a real softie. It's like he kind of is that, but genuinely he just does not give a fuck, and that's his character. So it's hard to play that in a realistic way because people don't act like that generally. It's an anime character thing. But he played it off well because then once we get to the point where he is feeling a lot of emotions, it comes off well, and it sort of everything kind of slid into place with the characters this episode to me. Like just in the acting was really well done with that. Like they all played their parts so well, and I really felt it. It didn't feel forced to me. I really felt the connection between them, and they feel like a team.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I love it. I fucking love it. And I like Sanji. I can't wait for him to join the crew.
I hope that he settles down a little bit on his treatment of Nami. If he joins up with the crew.
I don't think he will. I think that's a running gag.
Yeah, I imagine it is. I feel like I'm scared for the anime because I feel like it's going to be 1,000 times worse.
It will.
It's going to be
excited.
1,000,000 times worse.
It's going to be awesome. It's going to be so funny. I like that's honestly one thing that again like the whole adaptation thing is like that's like a trope of like the oh wow you're so hot can we go out later or whatever. They played it off really well in this to where it's not like slapstick anime style comedy but still has the you know what I mean like it's riding the line between like that style of humor and like what can be portrayed realistically by live action actors.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I actually thought the same thing of like taking a character that is that trope of a character is very hard because it's the same thing as anything. It's the same thing like with Zoro of like having this like kind of emotionless or very like guarded character. It's like it doesn't usually work in a live action. It takes a lot of tweaking and a lot of skill to be able to make it fit and not just come across as like super with shit, what's his name again? The guy that the chef dude that we just met. Sanji. With him, it's like you're trying to make people like this character. You don't want him to come across as just a complete asshole creep who is just horrible. Yeah. And then people see him and are immediately like, I'm not really rooting for this guy anymore, you know? If he comes across and he's like super ladies man, but not like too just kind of like super over the top, but not like, you know? Like it's just kind of like, you know, that's a little bit cringe from you. Like in real life, if someone like came up and did that to me, I'd be like, what the fuck is their problem?
Yeah.
But it's not to the point that makes you like,
it breaks your immersion.
Yeah, it's not to the point where you're like, oh, I don't really like this character. I don't really want him to join up with the group. He's kind of weird, you know?
Yeah, and I think a big part of that is the fact that he has his own passion outside of just women. I think that's a big thing. Like a lot of time that character is just like, oh, I'm all about fucking. I love sex. I love women and I treat them like shit.
Everything about me is a dirty joke or ogling women and sometimes children for no reason.
You're talking about Jiraiya?
Yeah. Or just like any of like that type of
Or Hisoka is different too. And that's why I think Hisoka is interesting as a character, is because he is weird like that, but there's other dimensions to the character. I think that's what's endearing on a simpler level at this point of Sanji's introduction, is that like he talks about food like he likes it. He has like his own dynamic with his chef, and he's he has like that same adventurous sort of spirit in this dream. Like that's what clearly all of One Piece is about, is this whole dream. The only person we don't really know what their dream is Nami yet, because she still has a lot of secrets. But you know, with Sanji here, it's like I'm already on board with him. He's charismatic. He's like he's chill. And the fact that he's like so wanted. The fact I just love, one thing I love about like the way the characters behave is like, it's classic good, well-written shonen where it's so simple but so primal and deep. It's just like if someone's hungry, I feed them. Like, I don't do regrets. I follow my own. Just that classic like one-track mind, but not in a flippant, boring way, but in a headstrong, you know, heartfelt, serious feeling way. You know, like that's a common thing amongst everybody, and it's genuine. You know, it's not wrapped up in a bunch of bullshit or like, you know, it feels, you can feel the heart in the story, and that's something we talked a lot about with other things where we're just like, you know, it's lines on a page. Just because a voice actor is talking through a drawing doesn't mean that's a character. What makes it a real character is like that soul, that like feeling in it, and that seems to be present in like every aspect of the story. And you can tell again through those like layers of adaptation, like from the manga to the anime to this live action translated from Japanese to English into its own script, mishmashing different plot threads together. You can still feel that heart and soul in it, and you can tell that there's like that nugget of life in it, and that's what separates good stories from bad stories. You know, yeah. What were you gonna say?
I completely forgot. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Thanks for trying to interrupt me with it. If it was so important that you forgot it instantly.
Yep.
You probably hated the episode, right?
Yeah, I did.
Watch us hate more episodes. BOLDcast is so critical. They're just haters. They hate everything they watch. They don't like anything. They just shit on everything they watch. Why would I watch their videos? If you feel the same way, check out our Patreon, link in the description. Check out, and you can get the rest of the live action and probably some anime episodes as well. We're recording away in advance, so we don't know how far ahead we are over on Patreon. You can check it out by checking out the link in the description. And we hope you enjoyed. Most of all, check out our other channel as well. Leave a like and subscribe. Bye-bye.